Welcome guys to another episode of Match Report on the Man United Daily YouTube channel, and in this one I have a match report on the match last night between the Reds and Hannover 96. As you know, this is our final match before going into the Premier League, so it was vital for us to get a good performance out there in order to build momentum for the games against Everton on Monday week. And the Reds won 4-3 on the night and winning our first silverware of the season, the Chevrolet Cup, really topping off a great pre-season tour really, and ended it with a goal fest as well with Hannover. And first I have to say that Hannover played a really good match, and they are kind of like 1 or 2 weeks in front of us in terms of fitness wise, and I think we did quite well throughout the 90 minutes and showed a lot of good work. And the starting 11 that had gone into this match was Anders Lindegaard in goal, Michael Keane at right back, Michael Carrick and Nemanja Vidic continuing at centre back, with Patrice Evra on at left back. Nani, Kagawa, Cleverley and Ashley Young completed the midfield, with Rooney and Chicharito completing the front line. And early on, it was a really competitive match, and I think that kind of like maintained for the whole 90 minutes. So that made it a very, very entertaining game. And there was a lot of possession play between the both sides. Very tentative touches. However, Hannover did take the lead when one of their shots, I think Rausch, their captain, had a shot that was kind of like a tame shot really. And however, it dipped right in front of Anders Lindegaard, who couldn't clutch it within his grasp, and Sobiech, he just converted in. The ball fell onto his feet really, and just calmly chipped it over Anders Lindegaard. It was kind of like a goalkeeping error, but Lindegaard, we all know he's a better goalkeeper than that. So maybe it's just a bit of concentration there. But again, thankfully it wasn't a match that cost us when it matters really. So Lindegaard, we all know how good a keeper he could be on this day. So this is just a blip, and I hope from this experience he'll recover well and continue his form into the new season. And so that was a shock lead for Hannover really, because prior to that we played really well, and Kagawa and Cleverley in central midfield was playing really, really well. The interchange and their passing game was really good, and I was particularly impressed with Cleverley. As you know, he hasn't been on our pre-season tour, as he's been involved with the Team GB Olympic bid, and he played really well in that tournament and has carried that form onto the United tour. And his passing, his running, really, really good and sharp yesterday. He does everything at pace, so that will add a bit of energy into our midfield. And we all know what Kagawa is capable of now. Very good passing, both feet, good interchange. And one thing I noted from yesterday's game was that the interchange of between him and Rooney. Sometimes Rooney would drop back into central midfield and leaving Kagawa up into that number 10 role behind Chicharito, and it worked really well because when we didn't have the ball, all we had was Kagawa or Rooney dropping back into that central slot, making it a 4-3-3 or 4-5-1 if you like. So that made it really well, and that could work against these possession teams, aka Barcelona, again very well if Kagawa does play in central midfield. However, a lot of you guys has also criticised Mike Phelan, who was the boss for the night, about how Kagawa is not suited to be a central midfield player, and he would ideally play that number 10 role. We all know that is his position. I think just a bit of an experiment for Mike Phelan there, just to see how well Kagawa does cope being that central midfield player. But in the first half, I think he did really, really well. And even though Hannover took a shock lead, we equalised shortly after good work actually from Patrice Evra running on the left flank and playing a through ball to Nani, who cut it back on the left hand side back to Wayne Rooney, who had his shot saved by Zila, a former Manchester United goalkeeper, and Hernandez was there to tap it in. It was one of these strange goals where Hernandez was basically just fell at his feet and he couldn't really miss. He was like, 2 yards out, and all he had to do was put any part of his body on it. Before that, I was getting a bit worried for Chicharito because he needs a goal, because he has had a kind of like a very, bad, not necessarily a bad time, but a very lean time in terms of his goal scoring. As you know, he only scored 12 goals, and that was down from his first season, but you might expect that from the second season as players figure him out, etc. like that. And he missed a great chance earlier on this match. Almost miskicked it with an open goal at his mercy, and there was other chances as well. Michael Keane missing twice on almost open goals on both occasions, but Michael Keane looked quite good yesterday, playing at right back, then eventually at centre back, but he does look like a really good prospect, very tall, very good in the air. But I was really happy when Chicharito got his goal, because I almost got worried because I thought he might do a Torres on us, but thankfully he got over that and got his goal as well. And so the game, kind of like half time, ended at 1-1. I thought we were better off the two sides, to be fair, but Hannover, they stuck in there, and I thought they played some really nice stuff as well. And overall, in the first half, it was almost balanced, but I thought if we were going to end it going in, with a lead, I don't think they would have been arguing, because just purely on our play and quality, I think that merits us a lead. But unfortunately, that's football. You don't get a goal just for how good you play. You have to put it in the net. So going into half time, it was 1-1. And Hannover caught us cold, really, after the 48th minute, I think it was. After a corner, David De Gea punched it away, and then they crossed back in, and Hagui, he headed it, back in with 2 yards from goal, so there was no chance that De Gea would get into that. And one of that goals kind of like showed us kind of like that exploits of having Michael Carrick within central defence. Carrick, he's a very tall man actually, but he's not going to have the heading prowess of a normal central defender, say Rio Ferdinand, Johnny Evans, Chris Smalling, Phil Jones, and he basically just got climbed over by Hagui, and he converted quite well, and that caught us cold, really. And again, similarly like the first half, we were playing a bit of better football, but credit to Hannover, who started the better of the two and took the lead. And then, to my surprise, and a lot of you guys' surprise, I guess, is that Hannover took a 3-1 lead after Abdullawi scored with a really great goal, actually. It was a 1-2 on the right-hand side, and then he just drifted into the box. And I think it was a bit of miscommunication between Nemanja Vidic and Michael Carrick, as he just drifted between them, and a great ball was delivered, and he scored with a back heel, if you believe it. Past David De Gea, no one expected that he could score a goal of that quality. But credit to Abdullawi, very nicely taking goal. But I think De Gea would have been a bit disappointed, for the marking between Nemanja Vidic and Michael Carrick. And I think that's one of the aspects that some of you guys has commented on Twitter, saying that we defensively were poor. And I think, Mike Phelan has come out to express the same feeling, that he would have hoped that we got victory, obviously. However, he was hoping that we would have kept maybe a clean sheet, or, concede only 1 or at most 2 goals against this the quality of this team. But again, this is pre-season, and you're not gonna be on your top form when it comes to matches. You're not at your peak fitness, so you're not gonna perform at the highest level you can. So I know what you guys are saying, that perhaps we should have defended better, but again, it's pre-season, and thankfully it hasn't cost us so far. So hopefully in the new season we'll improve on this, and I'm sure we will. And then it sparked a dramatic comeback for United, being 3-1 down. This was almost a repeat of that Stamford Bridge game against Chelsea when we were 3-0 down. And then after that, Anderson came on, Giggs came on, David Gea, as I said, came on, and also Valencia towards the end also came on, and that sparked a really great recovery from us. And then I think on the 68th minute, Wayne Rooney converted a free kick, a really great free kick about 20 yards out. Zila, a former Red, like I said, didn't have a chance really. Top corner, not a lot of keeper could have reached that, if any. And so it was 3-2. And I think with the United way, we never say die, and that sparked another comeback. And Rooney came through the defence after a great ball from Anderson, went round Zila. I thought Rooney dived a little bit. It was one of these kind of like moves that a lot of modern footballers do, is that they go over a player and then they leave their foot within the challenge to make it look like they have been clipped. But I think that's just clever play, I guess, from Rooney, and he had to hurdle Zila to in order to get the ball. And it was tough on Zila, but like I said, that is clever play in a modern day sense of the game. But some of you guys won't like to see it, but I guess it worked, and a lot of you guys wouldn't complain with the scoreline. And Rudy nicely converted, recovering after his missed against Barcelona. So it was nice to see him getting his chance and exercising those demons. So that made it 3-3. And then the fourth goal was a really quality goal. A ball played over the top to Wayne Rooney, who headed it across the goal to Kagawa, and who converted a really nicely taken goal, beating Zila at his near post. And so that made it 4-3. And so overall, the match was a really, really entertaining match, and if you can catch it on, online or MUTV, you need to watch it, the match in whole, because overall it's a really great game. And I thought the Reds looked like they were coming back to their best yesterday, playing a lot of our senior squad, obviously, in order to get them fit before Everton, and I thought they looked really good. Cleverly really impressed me yesterday within his role of central midfield. Kagawa, I think he played great, and he did look like he was here or playing for United for a very long time, just fit right in within our club, and I was really impressed with him. Michael Keane, missed an open goal, but he kind of like panicked, but he played really well towards the end, moving into centre back, and he looked really like a really good prospect there. So I thought overall, it was a really good match. Rooney got the man of the match. I think just very good performance. Rooney, he looked like he was coming back to his best again, and yeah, it only looks good for the game against Everton on Monday week. We have a lot of defenders coming back, but I think Michael Carrick might continue his role at centre back if Rio Ferdinand don't play or whatever else crop up. But I think that could be a possibility in the near future, with Carrick moving back into centre defence, acting as the extra passer in there, and that worked well in the past few games as well. So that could work well for us. So I'm looking forward to the new season now. After that night, really got my kind of like hunger back for the new season, just because there's nothing better than watching United come back. I know they like to do it the hard way, but it's just the United way, and I'm sure a lot of you guys wouldn't change it for the world. So what do you guys think of this match? And leave a comment below who really stood out for you from last night's game. Leave a comment below, guys, and yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you like this video. Please rate, comment and subscribe to the channel for more content, and yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.